Hi, thanks for checking one of our videos here on YouTube. I wanted to make this video because I don't see this model come in very often. There's probably a reason why, or even many of these brands. But anyways, we are a repair shop. We work on a lot of electric fence boxes, every brand, any model, age, old stuff, new stuff, you name it. We work on a lot of electric fence chargers, and we're an independent shop. We don't. Yeah, we do repairs for farm stores and different places like that, but we don't. But we're our own independent shop, so we don't have any real ties to anybody. We don't. We have accounts with a bunch of different brands, but that doesn't mean we work for them. We don't have a farm store selling a particular brand or anything, but we do sell a charger here and there. Every once in a while we'll sell one, but not very often. But anyways, this particular model is a Power Wizard PW2000. Now they make a bunch of different models: solar, plug-in, dual-powered, remote control units, AC, DC, 6 volt, 12 volt, all kinds of things. But they make 3 units in this case design. They make a PW1500, PW2000, and PW3000. We do not see these coming for repair hardly ever. They're very, very reliable. They're not very expensive, and they make bigger ones, but PW3000, 2000, and 1500 are very reliable. They're almost identical to each other on the inside. The only thing that changes is the capacitor between all three. The transformer and circuit boards are the same through all 3 models, but they're very affordable and they're very reliable. They carry a 2-year warranty. They're made up in Ohio by a place called Agritronics. Very reliable little units. Not very big. I mean, here's my hand, and about that big, but very reliable. Kind of older style technology. Even though they're built still today. This particular unit's 15 years old, and the only reason why it went bad was water got to it. Now, it does have a new capacitor in it because the capacitor was 15 years old. Instead of reading 10 microfarads, reading like 5. We did have to put a new circuit board in there, but the transformer's still original. The capacitor that was in there was 15 years old, was original. It would have been okay to keep it if you wanted, but it had like less joules because it was only half the reading of what it was supposed to be on the capacitor. But very, very reliable little unit. Mounts on the wall like this, basically, and water really can't get to it easily. I mean, it's a kind of a tongue and groove. The case kind of slides in like this, has little troughs that the case slides in on, but it's not a sealed unit. It is, there's no openings at the top, but there's a little overlap there, but the bottom's completely open. When you slide, there's a little seam all the way around the case there. So if you have an AC powered unit, you want to keep it protected from the weather. And that's what happened to this one. The circuit board, here's the old board that was in there. See there's water damage there. It's all corroded along this line right there. Corrosion down inside there, going to the light bulbs corroded. So I'm looking at the board. I think it's 2006 on the board, so the unit's a 2008, so it's got the original board that was in there. I don't think they've made a whole lot of changes to the thing. Well, I guess if the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if it's a good, reliable technology and unit, why try to reinvent the wheel? If it works, why change it? So yeah, I like these little units. I mean, they're not the strongest ones. They make bigger ones, they make smaller ones, but that 1.5, 2, and 3 joule units that the Power Wizard makes is very reliable. We don't see them come in. Like I said, this one's a 15-year-old unit. Like the back of the unit's got the manufacture date code right there. It says MFG for manufacturing. 0608. 06 is the month. 08 is the year. So June of 2008 is when this was built. Sometimes you'll see these models or this brand, it'll say like a 3-digit code, like say 712. Well, it's still July 2012. So the only thing that really ever gets these units on, at least this model anyways, is lightning and age or water damage, like on this one. So they're easy to repair. I mean, parts are readily available. We kind of upgraded this one. We put a bigger capacitor in there. It's got a 20 microfarad versus a 10, because I didn't have any 10s in stock. So we put a 20 in there and got that all soldered in and attached. but it's compact size, very reliable. There's a little light there that tells you it's working. It's we'll test it out for you. Now voltage wise, that's the highest voltage. It's like 6.5 kV, which is about average. Most brands kind of float between 6 and 8, depending on the brand and model and stuff. So plug it in here. And clicking along, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but we'll put a tester on there. I'll get the screen to straighten stuff out here in a second. Let me get this. It's got a bad glare from the sun, from the light overhead. But there's our little analog meter. We're getting a little over 6,000 volts out of the thing, which is right where this one's supposed to be. 6,000 volts at about 3-4 joules with that bigger capacitor in there. Now we'll put a screwdriver across here. Come on, there you go. And I'll show you the spark it jumps. So hot little unit, but very reliable. I mean, yeah, they're not the biggest unit. I mean, they got bigger ones out there, but this would be good for, you know, well, I don't know what's 3 joule, probably. I don't know. You could probably do, if you had a clean fence, you could probably do 100 acres or more with it if you had a clean fence. But if you get some vegetation on there, of course, you want bigger joules to help fight through that kind of problem. But for small areas, or 50 acres or 10 acres or 30 acres, you want to, for horses or small corral even would be fine. It's not going to overpower it at all. But these little PW1500, PW2000, PW3000, I mean, I don't know what this one probably, the PW2000 probably like $140 or whatever it is, so they're not very expensive. And you get 2 joule output, which is probably like 4 or 5 stored, something like that. So pretty good little unit. 2-year warranty on it when you buy a new one. Made up in Ohio, so they're American made. Yeah, they're built up there in Ohio. But I like them. I like the Powerwood stuff in general because of 2 things. Warranty's decent, 2-year warranty versus some brands have 3-year, but still 2-year warranty. Parts are readily available. They're affordable to buy, brand new and to repair. Parts are available too. We've got most parts in stock for these things. You don't see this model come in all that often, but coming from a repair guy standpoint, these are really good units. So I give my thumbs up recommendation for one. If you need help, trying to figure out what's going to be a good model to look at, I mean, like I said, they got like 3 or 4 solar units, at least 3. They got one straight 12 volt unit called the PW2000B, 2 joule. Basically a 2 joule unit, but 12 volt. They got 3 dual power units, a 1, a 3, and a 5 joule that are both AC DC models. They run with either or. And they got a whole slew of AC models from a little 0.5 joule, whatever it is, all the way to 24 joule output. And they got like 3 or 4 remote control capable units. They're pretty affordable. I mean, the biggest one they make as remote control is a 24 joule unit, and with shipping is like $650, $700 for 24 joule unit with the remote control for like $700. So pretty affordable. Yeah, they may not last forever, but cheap for the money to start with, and they're cheap to maintain, and parts are easily repairable, attainable, and they're not like super technical. So if Joe Schmo, the farmer, guy could probably work on one. If you need parts and need help working on one, call me, email me, text me, write me down below if you need any help. I'll try to help you where I can. But until next time, see you guys later on. I give this one a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you guys later on.